LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison, and you're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, guys, let me go ahead and get right in because I don't have a lot of time on this video. Mr. Goat asked me, how do you relieve stress and anxiety? Okay, well, it's pretty much, it's a couple of step processes. So I'm going to go through each of the steps, and I'm going to show you if you're having a lot of stress and anxiety in your life, the coach is going to show you how to get rid of it, and that's just the way that is. First thing you need to do, okay, and if this don't apply to you, then it don't. But the first thing I tell people to do when they're really stressed out is you got to go and you got to start taking a nutritional approach. You got to start losing weight, and you have to take a nutritional approach. And if you're not overweight, that's really great. But you need to get some good, wholesome, healthy food in your body. Because, see, a lot of people don't understand, man, that food is the bridge, man. It's the bridge. And when you're eating a lot of crazy foods, then, these crazy foods here in America, man, that we eat, that people eat, it causes a chemical imbalance, man, in your brain. It messes up your neuromuscular system. It does everything. And you wonder why so many people are stressed out just over the smallest things. I kind of find that kind of crazy. But, yeah, you need to lose weight and start changing what you eat. Okay, you get some good, wholesome, fresh vegetables in your body, some good, clean water in your body. Okay, your body will actually begin to react to this, and you won't stress out about just certain things. Okay, number two, you need to get rid of people that are around you, negative people. Every time I turn around, man, people that are stressed out, you got negative people that are just stressing you out. It's not that you're stressed out, it's people around you that are stressing you out. Okay, they're making your stressors, high. And, we all have stress. And sometimes, there's good stress and there's bad stress, okay? And we all have different types of stress about us, okay? We do. And that's just the way that is. We have different types of stress about us. And you have to have some stress, okay? There's good stress and there's bad stress, okay? Clearly, we want more of the good stress in our lives. We want that. But, it's not going to always be that way. And, you have people around you who are always talking about that you can't do this, you can't do that. There are people that don't want to speak, life into you. They want to speak gloom. They want to speak doom into you. They want to tell you what you're not going to be. They want to tell you where you're not going. They always want to criticize you. They want to bring up everything that you did in the past. They want to do this. They want to do that. And to those people, you got to say, shut up. Just shut up. Nah, start speaking life over me. Start speaking, that life comes to your body, that you can't die. You too young to die. You got so much to do on this earth. I got a purpose in life. See, that's what you got to start saying, and get some of these negative people out of your life. Because see, these negative people, what they're gonna do is they're gonna kill you. No, they're not gonna physically kill you, but these negative people, they're going to kill you, and they're going to be the ones burying you in the ground. They're going to be at your house eating that chicken and that macaroni and cheese, and they're going to say, well, he was stressed out, and then they on to the next one. People, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. They're going to bury you, and they're going to be walking around here. You notice that people who stress you out, people who are negative, they really not that stressed out a lot, because they know the people who doing the stressing, they don't stress. And that's for a reason. It's for a reason, because they don't mean you any good. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care whether you live or die. They only care about you because you can give them some kind of acquisition, and that's it. You got to get these people up out of your life. And that's just the way that is. Okay. Number three, you got to stop worrying about things that you can't control. You got to stop worrying about things that you have no control over. And you start fixing the things that you can control. See, you worry about the things you can control, and you stop worrying about what you can't control. See, when you start sitting back, you worried about stuff that you can't control. Well, I don't know what my son just don't want to act right. My daughter just don't want to act right. They don't want to. What you going to do about that? You can't control that. You can't control that. You see, there's a certain time in life when your kids become teens. And I'm talking 15, 16, 17. See, they're old enough to make a good decision, or they're old enough to make a decision that's meaningful. Now, when they preteens, they 10, 11, and 12, you got to smack them in the back of the head, and you got to make the decision for them most of the time. But when they're 15, 16, 17, you still let them make decisions, but you don't let them make critical decisions, but they're going to make bad choices. But you can't worry yourself. And I know that's hard, but that's my baby. That's my son. Look, man, You ain't got no control over what they do. I don't care if you preach a sermon. I don't care if you mentally strip their memories and you put your brain in their head. They still gonna do what they want to do when they not with you, and that's just the way that is. It's called human life. It's called human life. You know, if you sitting back worried about if this fighter fights this fighter, you ain't got no control over that. What are you gonna do? You can complain about it, make a video. That's what I do when I get stressed out about boxing. I make a video. You know, and sometimes you got to find the right group of people around you to actually talk about your stress. Because not everybody want to know, man, that you're stressed out. People just don't want to know that. They don't care to know. Because we live in a self-centered environment where everybody's selfish, okay? Everybody, the only thing people care about is them and their kids. That's it. They don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you. They don't want to know nothing about you. They don't care what your problems are. You know what they care? When they talking to you, the average person, when they talk to you, they're looking to get something from you. They want that. That's it. They don't care about your stress. They don't care about what you got to do. They don't care if you ain't 8 and 15 days. They don't care. You got to get yourself around a team of people or a couple of people who they understand your scenario, man. Okay? And no, not necessarily, man, you ain't got to talk to no psychiatrist every time, man. Sometimes, man, it's just people overreacting to BS. But you overreacting because you got negative people in your life, you eating bad food, and you're trying to control things that you can't control. People, that's just how it is. And you know, some of you women, well, I don't know why he won't be faithful to me and honest. You ain't got no control over that. You ain't got no control. And I seen some dudes. I had a dude the other day stressing out about some woman. I said, why are you stressing out about her? Man, coach, you don't get it, man. I love her. I said, you love her? I said, bro, listen, you don't love her. I said, you lust. What you mean? I said, dude, you don't love her. I said, you really don't, man. The only reason why you really remotely want this woman in any way is because she's giving it to you. I said, dude, that's just the way that is. I said, you don't love her. There is no love. She don't love you. And when I got him to see things from that perspective, the dude stopped worrying about this girl that's not calling him. And I said, common sense, y'all. This stuff is common sense. But you can't stress out about, you can't stress about these things. You just can't do it. You ain't got no control over somebody else. Like, you ain't got no control. Man, I figured that out when I was young. I figured that out. Man, I can't control them. They can't. Okay, I can't tell them what to do. That's on them. If they choose to do it, then let them. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's just the way that is. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. That's how I roll with life. That's how I just do everything. If I can't control it, why am I stressing? If I ain't got no solitary control, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, I can't stress. Because if I do, that extra stress is killing you, and it's not killing the stressors. It's not killing them because they don't care. They don't care that they're stressing you out. Why you think they're stressing you out? I done went through 3 things, okay? I done went through 3 things. But you got to get those things in check if you're trying to get that stress relief, man. And sometimes, too, what you got to do, and the last thing, and I'm going to end with this, okay? You need to go somewhere, and you need to go away from everybody, away from people. You need to go. You need to get away. You need to let whoever it is, let somebody, and I had to learn this one. Okay? Because I don't know how to say no. And I like to work, and I like to grind. And every time I'm grinding, I'm always grinding. I can't stop working. I work when I wake up in the morning, and I work when I go to bed. The only time I don't work is when I'm asleep. And as soon as I get up, and as soon as I wake out of my sleep, I go do some work. I had to learn. I had to really, really learn the hard way how to just back up and take me a day or two to myself. I mean, and even when I'm taking a day, I'm still doing some kind of work, but I'm in a relaxed environment. You gotta learn how to get away. You got to get away from the people. You got to get away from your city. You got to get away from your house. You need to do it. And especially if you married, you need to take some time to yourself. Okay? And you know what? I got a buddy of mine. Dude, he been married for about, 16 years, man. And every time you see him and his wife, they look like they just fell in love. But that's because he go, and every month he take him 2-3 days to himself, away from his kids and his wife. He do that because he have to. He have to, man. He got to do it, and it keep their marriage kind of fresh. I mean, it really do. And I said, man, that's good. That's kind of cool. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Okay, this is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.